In the first place, I bow to the being you are. I have a little bit of a virus in my body right now, so maybe my voice is... How is my voice, Joanne?
It's fine for me. People can turn their volume up if they wish to.
Okay. So I bow to the being you are. Knowing that as myself. Knowing that underneath all layers and layers and layers of stories and conditionings and belief systems, that under all of that is one essence. And I call that the beloved. I invite you to begin this meeting with the eyes closed. If you like to just close the eyes and drop in with me. Today is the winter solstice, the most dark hours in this part of the world anyway. In this part, in experience, we have the most dark hours today here in Europe. And it's the opportunity, the invitation to really curl up and come inside, drop inside. So let's just begin with dropping the whole weight of this body into the chair or the seat you're sitting in, just really giving up the whole weight, having absolutely nothing to hold. And giving up the weight of the whole expectation we carry into life. And falling deeper. into what is always quiet, regardless of thoughts, regardless of body-mind experience, that placeless place behind and deeper, which is always quiet, and even when the body is sick or passing through challenging experience, this silent, sweet spot, this placeless place, I call the beloved. It is the way of the beloved. To bring you to all kind of experience, to show you and to reveal to you what survives and is the true nature of all beings. Whether one is aware of that, whether one has recognized that or not, it is the way of the beloved. The very heartbeat of this whole existence. is known in pure silent awareness. And nobody is any more or less of that at the core. So the invitation here is to sink right through all those layers that have manifested all forms to what you are. So many layers to what you are. On the surface, having a name, and a unique life stream. And yet when you sink right through, down through these layers, you find the very sameness, silent, it is like giving all of yourself to that silence. It is where the unknown territory opens up, where this mystery opens and this endless letting go into what is unknown by any mind activity, and yet inherent is pure knowing. Give up all that you know on the surface. To die into a knowing that doesn't belong to any person. Resting in not knowing. You begin to know pure intelligence, a vibrating, pulsating aliveness. Which is aware of itself with no name. It is ageless and timeless. It is the beloved. And inherent in this beloved is kindness, the kindness of the heart. It is the bridge of our humanness, being birthed out of the beloved into human form. And the heart, the kindness of the heart, is where this knowing meets in a kind of love affair of this human experience with the beloved. And yet it is all one and the same. Ultimately, oh yes, this is a meeting of the beloved. I am knowing you deeply, and you are knowing me right in the core of being. No separation. Let us just, before we come into this interactive meeting, let us just take a deeper dive. I invite you to give yourself up just a little more to the beloved. It is a play of words because really it's your own self. And all that we're giving up is any holding to any egoic structures and the letting go into this vastness. It's like bathing in your own wellness. This is where you are always well. Like dipping in to the source of nourishment at the heart of what you are as a being. Somehow ending up here, well, on this blue, what we call a planet, turning in space between the solar system and other planets, all happening by itself through pure intelligence. Somehow you're ending up here, right now, in this form, on this planet, turning in space. Who could you be? Let's just give one moment to the recognition of the miracle of being. And you have the capacity to love, to love. To come out of love and return to love, and to experience love through the heart. There is nothing to reach for. I know. There is nothing to try. There is nothing to become. All is already given. Beloved of my heart, all that can be relied on. You are being called to more deeply realize the truth of your being. We meet as the bigger body, as existence itself. And then slowly and gently taking a moment to be aware of the shape of this little body while you are experiencing the bigger body of existence itself, being aware of this little body. This macro, micro, all at the same moment. Just take a moment to through your heart, bring the love to this little human. The perfection of the imperfection. And therefore to all the human race. So perfectly imperfect. And slowly allow your body just a little movement, however it feels for you naturally just now. To give a little stretch. Ah, ah, and move towards coming into the meeting, allowing these miracle eyes, these miracle eyelids to come open. Just miracles, just up like that, and here comes the whole world. Two little eyelids, boom, the whole world. How are we going to deny the magic? Hello, beloved. I give honor to that in you, knowing your true being as one and the same. So I have absolutely no idea, which is the most beautiful thing. To be moved by not knowing. I only ever know what my intention is. Thank you all for giving this this moment of value for showing up. And I wonder if that's because the whole of your life has this value, to be in true meeting. The whole of your life, to be in true meeting. I wonder if you are moved by giving the whole of your life expression that same value. Hearing the call, realizing that I'm looking at this point in apparent time, this Christmas time, how it's a time of supposed to be everybody is being happy and joyous and merry and celebration and all of this. And at the same time, it's a time where the extreme dysfunction seems to show up. It's like it's so obvious. It's like people are running everywhere to get Christmas presents, to buy for each other. And at the same time, there's not everywhere, but a lot of the place, a lot of dysfunction going on. That people are doing this out of a conditioning. And they are trading. There's a lot of trading going on. I have to buy this because so-and-so bought that, and I need to buy, and this Christmas list because they will buy me something, so I need to buy it. And this whole lie. The lie is always there. It doesn't matter about Christmas, but this is a time where everything becomes so extremely expressed. Of course, there's lots of loveliness and lots of joyfulness and lots of wishes for peace and coming together. There's that too. And at the same time, it's like, where I've been placed right now in UK, and I haven't been here for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and I haven't been in the middle of all that. And now I am, and I'm seeing that dysfunction of people running everywhere and doing this whole thing, and I'm just like, no. I'm not getting involved in that at all. Because there's a miracle going on here, a miracle of what we are in the first place, being overlooked. How could we have ended up on this planet turning in space? How could this come to be? What could you really be placed here for? No reason at all, possibly. No reason at all just for nothing. And yet at the same time, the squeezing that's happening in our human dysfunction through so many generations, nothing in the lie works. Nothing in the lie works. It just doesn't work. This dysfunction. And that dysfunction, which has been inherited through our own body minds, plays out in our own world to some extent, unless we are so committed to finding what is really, really true and being here only for. What does that change about the dysfunction? I can tell you that for myself, it's everything, because I am with the beloved. And life in this form could end at any moment. It doesn't matter. But the very fact that this is the only thing that makes sense. This makes sense. To get honest, to get really, really, really honest in every situation that I can. To get true. To move from what is real in me than to move from conditionings. To take the opportunity to open and to love and to go where I haven't dared to go out of conditions. That's what makes the communion with the beloved a constant experience in this humanness, a lovemaking, godliness through this form. So let's open the space for anybody to interact. It doesn't need to be questions. It can be confirmation. It can be realization. It's just, this is a meeting. Yeah. So feel welcome.
Okay, first of all, we're going to handle a little technical issue. Some of you seem to have me on your screen instead of Ananta. So to get Ananta on your screen, if you go to the top of her video window, if you're if you're in gallery view, actually go to speaker view, and it's the top right corner of your window. You'll see gallery view, speaker view. Go to speaker view to just get the person that's speaking. But on Ananta's video, if you find the little blue box with 3 white dots, and then you click on that, you'll get a message that says you can pin her video. Select pin video, and that will put Ananta on your screen. And for those who didn't come in for the earlier announcement, to raise your hand, if you would just open the participants list, go to the bottom, you can see raise your hand, or if you're on an iPad, just go to the top of your screen. And if that doesn't work, send me a chat message.
This is the beauty of the contrast. Oh, the levels and layers of what we are living. Isn't that amazing? Because somehow that made sense. Somehow.
And isn't it amazing that we're meeting from all over the globe like this?
Yeah. I mean, it's impossible to overlook the miracle. And what I'm seeing a lot is, you know, with this now outburst, there's an outburst of spiritual teachers everywhere. You know, it's just like at certain, I'm seeing how everything turns into its opposite. Yeah, it was like at some point the spiritual teacher was regarded as something special, right? And then there were especially in my own time of coming towards a master, you know, I went towards Osho and I didn't know anything other than, you know, to hear the truth spoken like that was just like, wow, bowing down the head. And I'm so grateful for that. That was however many lifetimes ago. And now it's like the time of recognition where many beings are recognizing, oh, my nature is pure awareness. And then jumping into the spiritual teacher seat. And there's like so many, and now the effect that that's having is that the spiritual teacher has become the opposite than special, rather. And it's just so funny to see how the whole projection of what was once put up is being put down. And it's just like part of our evolution as we evolve and grow as a humanity, to keep seeing through our projections, you know. And like I want to say that I don't regard myself here sitting as a spiritual teacher and all you are now to follow me. It's not like that in my experience. Yeah, it's it's a meeting of the one. Yes, this has been walking its way through this form for some time, and therefore I transmit and can share whatever I realize. And yet that is not like the ultimate, it's like this and this is the way and da 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 da. This is the awakened expression through this form, and there are many forms of that, and it's the magic, it's the taste, it's the transmission, the essence, that is to be recognized and tasted and awakened in and to, and forget about the rest, you know. It's because we all have our unique personality play. As you can see, this body is a little sick right now, and still, this is healthy. Yeah. Yet we need the body. You can't deny this body. You can't say, oh, it doesn't matter that this body is sick, whatever, because I'm not the body. I don't come from that. That way. I don't come from that. I say that it's absolutely vital to include and love this body-mind home, to integrate this realization through this body into life, into our humanness, right here on the ground floor. Yeah. So for those of you who haven't interacted with me before, my expression is not about come follow me, and it's neither is it about the beyond. It's really integrating this awakeness, which I recognize in your eyes when you look back at me with this truth of your being. I recognize, my own self. The relief of the whole humanity is within that meeting, because all that we've ever longed for is a true meeting, a true love, a true life, a true. All this conditionings, all this dysfunction is what we long to be free from the beginning. That's how come we end up in a meeting like this. That's how come we come to this point, because we know the lie. But the fact is that when our eyes are opening and awareness is recognizing itself, we have to see through the light in our own system and keep on. Like, don't give life to that. End the dysfunction in your own body-mind system by not giving it life. Choosing all the time. Getting real. Getting honest. Getting true. Seeing where we can open a little bit more, and where we can love a little bit more. Even starting with our own little self. Feel free to interact.
We have Diane Chandler. Go ahead, Diane.
Hello, Ananta.
Hey, where have you been all my life?
Yes, I've missed you. During the meditation,
Yeah.
I haven't got you on screen. I always seem to have this difficulty.
Would you mind taking about 3 steps? Oh. Nice carpet.
I can't just gallery. Right.
Nice carpet, yeah.
I know.
I think
I've
you
had.
just have put your camera. You've just put your camera. Nice fireplace. I think you've just put your camera.
I'm the other side. Yes. I just don't know how to get out of this.
Well, isn't this the whole issue?
Oh, there we are. There we are, Ananta. There we are, Ananta. I'm back on
Stay as you
screen.
are. Don't do anything. Stay as you are.
No.
Yeah. Lovely place.
During the meditation.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've got something more important.
Okay.
I had the realization during that meditation that I am the beloved, I am everything, I am you, I am the stars, I am everything, I am emptiness, I am the space. Never seen this before.
You never seen this before?
Never really. I've had the experiences with you, but it's never really registered with me. It's like I've been asleep to it all.
So you have sat in a room physically with me several times and had recognitions, but never quite like this on a computer.
Yes. Yeah, I really experienced it today and heard you.
Will you give all of yourself to what is recognized?
Yes, yes.
Become a lover of the beloved at the human level.
Yes.
Become a lover
Yes.
of the beloved.
I said I never realized I was the beloved. I've heard you mention the beloved many times, but I thought it was outside of me. I didn't realize I am it.
Yes. 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 And then when you recognize the layers of in the dysfunctional layers, when those bits start to play, those bits can bow down to that in you, which is knowing. And there is the experience in this human vehicle. There is the experience of that, of that to the beloved, and that is the devotional play. Just a second. I need to cut, please. That is the devotional. That's how you've seen so many Babas who've gone the devotional way. Even Ramana was devotional to the mountain as the beloved. Yeah, but it's recognizing my maker as myself and bowing down on the human level to that. It's a wonderful, wonderful love affair. And it's the one that you can rely on. Yeah.
It all feels too much at the moment.
You always say that. Thank you.
Oh dear.
But even with this too much, you're still here. Even with this too much,
yes.
you're still here. Yeah? So even too much is not too much for the beloved. The too muchness is for the comfortable sense of a separate self.
Yes, it's the mind coming in, and I feel it's the mind coming in at the moment, and is disturbing the silence and stillness that's been within me, and the realization I've had tonight.
Okay, so let's leave it like that, and you just keep on dropping. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Ananta.
Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you here. Mm.
Thank you. And you?
Sorry, Diane, I cut you off.
Oh, I don't know where I am with this, but just thank you, Joanne, too.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have Lena next. Go ahead.
Hi.
Can you speak?
I can't see you, Ananta.
You can't see me.
I can't see you now. Oh, yeah, you are. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. It seems to me that everybody I know has a virus at the moment. I have a virus also. And it seems to me also that every problem that I have had for the past weeks or even months has been physical, even with the body or with things in the physical universe. It's like there are no more psychological problems or issues or anything disturbing on that level. It's purely physical because I'm very happy. I'm happy and joyful, but everything is just so difficult in the physical universe. And I really don't know what's going on.
You better surrender in the midst of that.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I do that. I try to do that. I try to take it easy. I try not to bother or to worry about it. And I laugh about it.
No.
And
So what I want to say, Lena, is
what?
Lena,
Yeah.
what I want to say is that I'm not talking about on the surface level. I'm talking about go to your bed and drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. Surrender into at the core of being is wellness.
Yeah.
So when your body is getting sick, come and drop and drop and drop to where there is wellness. All kinds of treatments like massage, like all kinds of treatments, every treatment, cranial sacral, all kind of treatments, what they are doing is assisting the body to come to a point of stillness. Acupuncture also. At the point of stillness, the body begins to heal itself. Yeah, so if you yourself can drop to the point of stillness, and there are different ways in which you can help this body to drop to a point of stillness, and there, as you rest in what is already well at the point of stillness, there will begin energy will begin to go in exactly where it needs to go, you know. And within that, when you are really dropped and you are really there, deep and listening, there will come the information of what is needed. Yeah? This is an intelligence that speaks for itself, to itself, and is the healing of itself.
Yeah. I realize that my body has now become my barometer for everything, because everything that happens I feel in my body, whereas before I was not aware of that, but my body reacts to everything. And
Guess what, Lena?
yeah.
Not just your body, but the whole body of existence.
Yes, but I haven't been aware of this before. My body
Right,
has been sensitive before,
right.
you know,
I know.
but it is now.
Yeah.
And like everything I touch or I try to fix, it's like it doesn't work. It's a mess.
So
Like
drop deeper, drop deeper.
it's not only my body; it can be anything. It's an appointment. It's anything, you
So
know.
forget all of this right now. It's not
Yeah,
important. It's not
yeah.
important. Forget it all right now and just drop deeper in this moment. Drop to the place in you which is well right now. And I am here to meet you. I'm right here. Stop referencing all the things that are wrong and are not working. Drop into the place of wellness at the core of it all. And right here is an intelligence that will guide and point the way. It is the way. And it will give you the correct information for what is needed in the surface. And everything is provided. This planet is full of plants and herbs and oils and all kind of plants that are the medicine that, you know, is all the same thing. It's pure intelligence. But because there is no awareness and there is not enough communication between what you are and this plant kingdom, you go like you have to go to a doctor or you have to go to somewhere to ask advice. But if you drop into the place of intelligence, you will get some information that will guide you to where you can move into communion with the plant kingdom, where the medicine is. Many levels of that, and it's all here. It's all been given. It's all been given, you know. We've been given absolutely everything. This planet is abundant with everything that is needed. And only through the dysfunction are we fucking it all up. Sorry, I need to learn not to swear. I'm still trying. Yeah, it's all here. It's all abundant. It's everywhere you look. And where we have come to in this human race is we don't even notice what is dripping on the trees and what is just right there, right next to us all the time, just like everywhere. We don't even notice. We have to go somewhere to a doctor and say, oh, I have a virus, and get some kind of pills. Yeah. You are the intelligence that has the capacity to heal itself if you open.
Yeah, I really do believe that.
The communication which is here right now in this field of beings which are around the planet. It doesn't matter that we are in the one room of consciousness right now, and we are interacting, and we are in a communion and conversation which is far beyond these little words and these little worlds. This is an alive intelligence communicating with itself. And there it even manifests a computer screen and faces. Yeah? It manifests faces. Lots of them. Its own self. It manifests its own self in all forms and all forms and levels of magic of intelligence. And this is being overlooked. It's not all about little me and my life. Yeah? And you say that you are becoming aware that the body is a barometer. Yeah, the whole body, the whole existence is in communication with itself constantly. What are you tuning into? What are you attuned to? What are you waking up with? What are you in love with? That's the plane on which you live. Yeah? There is no choice about this choicelessness. There is a choice within that. It's a choiceless choice. Don't try to work that out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lena, for making me speak.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Pure intelligence, please drop to where you are well and listen. Yeah?
Yes.
You will find more and more and more magic. I call it magic, miracle, mystery. The more you surrender as a separate self, the more you will open up to, because this is an endless giving. Endless giving. We cannot, we don't awaken in one moment and just, you know, it's an ongoing revelation.
Yeah.
Of what cannot be contained in a little body mind. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is incredible. This is incredible. And that's what makes life rich. You can be the poorest on the planet as far as this paper stuff goes. You can be the poorest, but you are the richest when you are in communion with the miracle, the magic.
Yeah.
This is just go to where you're being called, and that is to where at the core of you, you are well.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
We now have Irene. And for some reason,
Hello.
There.
Hey.
Irene.
Hi, Ananta.
Hi. Have we met before?
Hi. No, we haven't.
Not in this body.
No.
Where are you right now? On what part of the planet?
I'm in Dallas, in Texas.
Ooh la la!
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Isn't
Yeah.
that incredible, yeah?
Yeah. You're in London now?
Sorry?
Are you in London, in England?
No, I'm on the south coast of England.
Okay.
Not London.
So, through some of these experiences that I've been having with being more, trying to be more aware, okay, or I think I've reached some point in which I feel I have nothing. Like I've seen my own mind kind of creating the character, and although I move into that and I get to travel with emotions and other, then I also don't believe it, and I feel like I'm sometimes not. I don't know where what what moves me anymore. You know, not believing
Isn't
what
that wonderful?
it is, and at some point I feel like because of the structure of the life I'm living, that I need to believe in something. I need to, I don't know,
To what?
I need to believe in what I do or what the next step is going to be, or yeah, I don't know. It's
Tell me
but
something, Irene. Tell me something.
uh-huh.
What stands that doesn't need to be believed? What is free of all beliefs?
like the being.
Right? That doesn't need to be believed. It is whether you believe it or not. Yeah? 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 What you believe is what you will then experience. So if you see through all beliefs, you are left with seeing. Yeah? You are believing that you need to have a belief. Yeah? You are believing that you should have some beliefs. This you believe.
Yeah.
And that becomes your experience. What happens if you don't believe that? Huh? Huh?
Feels a little bit like a vertigo,
What?
like vertigo, right? Like,
I cannot understand.
like vertigo. I don't know how you say it. It's like
Vertigo. Vertigo.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I feel that this is coming, this is recently you are awakening from the dream. Is it true?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is like a beginning stage where you are having one foot in the matrix and one foot stepping out, and then there's this like bit of confusion coming, because on one level you don't know how to be in this world if you don't have these beliefs, and on another level you are aware about all that. Yeah, so there's this contradiction and confusion, but this is just a stage that will pass through, because the conditioned views that you've been having before, they are going to fall apart. And there can be the experience that your world as you have known it is falling apart. But this is good news.
Okay.
It can be scary for one who thinks it is a separate entity, because somehow in this separate identification, we want to think we know what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is that you never really can know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a place in you, the beloved, which doesn't need to know. It is like, Irene, it is like the experience that you are having is like a dying on one level and a being born on another level. It's like that?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it's the being born. It's still really kind of weak, if you want. I feel that
Yeah. But
it's like transient.
sorry?
It's like too transient. Too yeah.
Transient. So
Yes.
you are aware that the experience of being born is transient. Yes?
Yeah.
You are aware that an experience comes that seems to be being born into a whole new reality, and that experience pass. You are aware. Yes?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yes. So this which is aware, does that pass? this is the question. Because all experience is going to pass. What does not pass? Even if you have experience of being like caught up in belief systems, this will pass. And even if you have the experience of like an opening, a being born, the experience will pass. But something is all the time, 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 aware. Begin to notice what is all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. Do not try to control experience. It is the nature that it comes and it goes. Come to know what is all the time, regardless of the coming and going. And when you come to know what is all the time, 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 you will know that this doesn't come and go. The movement of mind and experience and feelings is coming and going in this, which is aware all the time. You don't have to try, and you don't have to become, and you don't have to fight, and you don't have to anything. You just look. You just notice. And it is your nature to notice. Give yourself space for being.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the way from Dallas. Wow. I'm just taking a moment to perceive the other side of the planet, you know. It's like, here we are, right here. No separation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I bow to the beloved in you. Okay, Joanne?
Next we have, and I hope I'm pronouncing it properly, Inez.
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 Yeah. Hi. Can you hear me okay? No?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes?
Keep talking.
Okay. Hi, Ananta.
Hey.
Hey. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder if there's anything I can... Maybe... I'll change... I'm going to full screen. No. No, I don't see you.
Just go to your top right corner and there'll be speaker view, gallery view.
Gallery view. Yeah.
Okay, so you see everybody right now?
Yes. Oh, there's Ananta. Yeah, and I click on there. There she is. Hi, Ananta.
There's always someone who knows how, you know?
Thank God.
Yeah.
First of all, it's so, I can't believe it that I'm hearing you and seeing you, and it's incredible, because in my mind for quite a while I thought, oh, do you know, I wish I could talk to Ananta. I wish I could. There was something. I was like, oh, if only I could. And it was like 20 minutes, you know, before this actual thing happening tonight, that I saw it in my email. I just happened to check my email. I was like, what? That's great. So, and I've been listening to other, you know, to all the people here have been sharing with you, and I guess in a way, probably just about everything you've said, really. I mean, I guess that's an answer if I have a question.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, maybe I should use this opportunity. I've been a bit brave because I'm a bit scared, but Ananta, about the body, it's about the body and conditioning, really. I've been aware, I've had a lot of injuries in my body. It was almost like one after the other. I mean, it was incredible.
You mean recently or through the life?
Through the last 2 years, I had an injury to my, I won't go obviously into lots of detail, just very briefly. In my right arm, I've got a long-term injury, so I can't actually bend my arm properly, and it's quite sore. And I've been offered surgery, but quite a few alternative practitioners actually advised maybe against it, because it was quite, there was a bit of risk involved with that. And it's for scar tissue, so there's not any other problems. So then after that, I got another injury to my shoulder. That's cleared up. Then after not long, like months after, I got an ankle injury. Then that sort of cleared. Then I got a hand and wrist injury. Then I got okay, I don't need to I think you get the idea. Then I got shingles not long ago. So really, what am I trying to say here, Ananta? My body, oh God, actually, it has been through so much pain. But see, like pain, suffering, and then tension, restriction. And I know you totally get it about the nervous system. I've also had trauma in the past, quite a lot of heavy stuff as well, you know. And it feels like every time I get something, I start to feel trapped, feelings of helplessness, isolation, terror, and it triggers all this old stuff as well. And I remember once in the sat saying, oh yeah, get it, yeah, the breath. I'm kind of tuning into the victim conditioning, you know, the victim, the victimization, and how it's still kind of somewhere in there, and the pain of it, and the anger and the rage of it. And at the same time, what I've done, because I've woken up, I'm going to be really honest, because this is my moment, might as well take it. I've had mornings I've woken up, I thought, I don't want to live. I can't. It's too painful. I can't in this tight, painful body. But you know what? Then I've remembered. Then I just said one morning, okay, let's just rest. Just inhale myself. Just rest. Just now. Just be here now. And through that, I'm going in and out, but this is where I find some love for this body. Just now. And something, yeah. Thanks, Ananta. It's like sometimes it's a thread. It's a thread of life and death. But I'm still here.
You're here and you are penetrating the heart. The heart of life itself, and you're coming from that, and you're penetrating that. You're bringing really the crux of this humanness, the dysfunction, the awakening, the integration, all in the center. Yeah, humility, the love, the truth. Bring all of them in one. Yeah. You're beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful.
It's the love.
Yeah. And it's just take a moment and just like feel all of that through this heart and through the heart of the communal meeting. Yeah. Yeah. Because you know
Yeah.
what is required is that you actually meet whatever is here.
Yeah.
Whatever is here. That
Yeah.
you actually meet it from a place of knowing yourself, your real self, meeting this fear, this
Mm.
the layer of victim, everything that you've described, that you actually come with your deepest knowing into those places and meet and feel what doesn't want to be felt.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the more that you don't,
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
another thing and another thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's throwing you to the bed.
Yeah.
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 And we never know the outcome of anything.
No.
Yet if we really, really, really come in to meet what is,
Yeah.
there is such a surrender of the separateness.
Yeah.
And the knowing that every single one of these body are going to disappear. And the complete and utter surrender of to the mystery itself.
Yeah.
And the giving up at the fighting level.
Yeah.
And the opening to feel. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And within that,
Mm.
the intelligence is the knowing, is the guide that will show you, that will show you, that will show you, that will show you. Show you even the tiny little things. The way to
Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Get it. Totally. Yeah. I've been running away. I keep wanting to distract myself on the internet. I keep moving away from my body. I've been moving, and then I realized that's the problem.
Oh, yes.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yes, yes, yes. And you are a voice speaking for so many who are here right now on the call, and so many all throughout humanity. You are a representative of that aspect, and you're stepping in with awakeness, naming it, showing it, revealing it.
Yeah, I have to now. I have to. I
Yeah.
can't keep running. It's not working, Ananta. I've been doing it for a long time, and it's not working. It's killing. It's not killing me. That well, it feels like that on some level. It's killing. It's killing me.
It doesn't work, and the moment that you absolutely, I had a few years ago, I think I already spoke of that. A few years ago, I had a burnout, right?
Yeah.
And in that moment, when I was thrown to the bed and I could not get out for months, in that moment, it was such a relief to actually go, oh, okay, I had to come to this, but now I stop. Now I stop, and I fall and I fall and I fall, and I let go of, all those voices of what about, and I need to do this and I need to do that. Just like them. Do we need to get very, very ill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-love.
Yeah. I was being pretty unkind to myself, but I know someone who's a craniosacral therapist, and he's doing all this work as well. So he's going to support me as well. He's offered some support to help my system.
That's beautiful.
So I'm going to do that.
As I mentioned, craniosacral.
Yeah.
a little bit before. That's beautiful, you know, you can get assistance. And yet what they are doing is holding the space for you to drop.
Yeah.
So when you can fill up your days from morning to night, finding your ways to drop, you know, there's plenty. I have lots and lots of free dropping meditation. People call them dropping meditations. I call them droppings, right? Lots of free on SoundCloud. There must be 100. Yeah.
Great.
You use many things that are now available to just keep. You got to make that commitment to yourself. To rest in the beloved. Yeah. It's like death, dying, and then life begins to because it's Shakti, which is the life force, and Shakti comes through our giving up, through our receptivity. That's the whole thing. When I invite everybody to drop, there's a receptivity that allows Shakti to come in and begin to create, but it's effortless, you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Such a rich, beautiful, honest sharing. Amazing.
You.
20 minutes before you saw this notice, the amazing years.
And in my mind, for a while, I wished I could talk to you and look at this. What a miracle. What a miracle.
What a miracle. Because I woke up this morning and the thought came in, you didn't send out the reminder for this call, like since days ago I was supposed to do it. And then it was like, okay, quickly do it. Boom.
Wow.
Back to bed. There you go.
Ananta, you're just beautiful, and thank you so much. A lot of love.
I feel the whole field.
For all of it, not only all of this, you're right, all of it. We're all of it, aren't we? You know.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Yeah, you're
One
right.
love.
Feel really grateful.
Same.
All right. Bye for now.
By the way, where are you?
Where am I? I'm in Edinburgh.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye, my lovely.
Bye, sweetness.
Okay. Don't know what I do here. How do I mute?
You don't have to do anything. Joanne?
Yes, we have two. I'm not sure we have time for both of them, but we have...
I'm feeling I don't have the strength for two more, so I think one more.
Okay, the next one up is Barbara. Go ahead, Barbara.
Hi, Ananta.
Where is Barbara? Speak.
Hi, Ananta. I'm on the left corner. On my screen.
Hello, where are you?
Hello, Ananta. Hello, Ananta. I'm so moved about when you talk about the beloved. I'm so moved because I feel this is the only place where I feel there's home. And it's so beautiful that you talk about this. This is the only thing that makes sense for me. And at the same time, when I feel this, my body shakes and I cannot function. It's like this function mode is just falling apart. And it's frightening.
And even with that, you are sitting here talking and still functioning. Yeah? Even when the functioning has fallen apart, you are still functioning. Huh? It's like another level of you has kicked in.
What do you mean?
I mean that you say that you say it's okay. you say that you are unable to function because you are falling apart, and that is one level of you which is unable to function because you have recognized the beloved. One part of you is just like the egoic structures are like cannot function while the beloved is coming in, and yet here you are still functioning.
Yeah.
So what is still functioning is happening without any doer. Yeah. Where are you? Which part of the planet?
I'm in Switzerland in a
Oh,
I'm in a,
you are
yeah,
Barbara, who's booked.
yes, yes,
Oh,
yeah, that's me.
how wonderful to meet you.
Oh, like,
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
yeah, same here.
So beautiful.
Yeah,
You are
same
beautiful.
here.
Yeah. And what I'm loving, I will mention it now, is like we have a retreat coming up the end of the year, and Barbara has booked to come from Switzerland. And I said to her yesterday, look, you know, we have very low numbers. And so because of these low numbers, we may not go ahead with the in-person retreat. We may make an online retreat. And she said, well, I don't feel to cancel. I think I'm coming anyway. So I said, okay, you know, it's like, okay, let's just flow with the go and go and see what life wants to happen. And that's what's happening. And I'm really, really grateful to get to meet you in this moment, and give recognition to your giving of yourself to that movement that's just moving and not holding on to a fixed stiffness around this unknown unfolding. That's already the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something is ready.
Is there anything that you want to ask?
Yeah, it's, you know, when I was in love in my life, then it was always a happy feeling. And I find it weird that when I feel the beloved inside, sometimes I just cry and cry. And I cannot explain that I'm not happy. It's not happy outside. It's a very it's a silent happiness inside, and it's a sadness coming out, and I cannot understand this.
Yeah, your heart is breaking open in the recognition of what is true. The heart is breaking, but these tears are also not. It's the heartbreak in the recognition, but these tears are also not sad tears. The sadness comes within it for the lie of humanity, and yet also, I mean, I can recall when this broke open through this heart. You know, in the beginning, it was just like I could have cried a river for months. You know, day in, day out, the breaking of this heart, but it was delicious at the same moment.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's
an unburdening.
Yeah.
An unburdening.
Yes.
The armor around the heart. It's just this this incredible meeting of life itself through this little human body in recognition of its maker, waking up to itself through this form is incredible. And I tell you a little secret, it never stops revealing itself deeper. It doesn't stop.
Wow. You are so beautiful, Ananta.
Yeah.
Oh.
I understand you. I understand you. You are seeing through the eyes of the beloved. True beauty. You're recognizing the true beauty, which is not of this little. It's the true Ananta, the eternal one.
Yes, something bigger is going on. I don't understand.
Okay, so it's beautiful that you come on at this point, because I'm going to say a few words about this situation. I'm going to just say to everybody is that we had an in-person retreat lined up for the last week of the year, just like we did last year, which was very, very beautiful. And this year, the numbers are so low that it's quite amazing. It's quite amazing to me that so few people would like to dive into this kind of intimate little field at this point of the year. It's amazing to me that that's so low. However, it is what it is, and this plan that was put out to have this in-person retreat, we would have offered the opportunity for all of you to join virtually and be with the beings in the room. However, if that doesn't go ahead because there are not enough beings in the room, then plan B would be to have an online retreat, in which case we would have a retreat exactly like we have the meeting right now, interacting with people in the room, going from session to session twice a day. You can find out the details about that later. Joanne will fill you in after I've finished how you can find out about that. So we have these two possibilities, and plan C is of course the unknown unfolding of what actually happens. So even I don't know plan C. And so in the next 48 hours, life will show us what is to be, either in the room and a virtual, or an online retreat, or combined, whatever. Life will reveal that within the next 48 hours. If you feel attracted to join in any one of these ways, I hope that Joanne will give you some kind of way to write your name down, to be informed of the outcome. Apart from that, I want to say that if you are signed up to the newsletter, within the next 24 hours, we will be giving away a free gift of a few recent open meetings that have happened in the UK, some very nice meetings which you can have and a download. And we also have a special offer, and I'm going to hand that over, a special offer to join our private Sangha. I will hand that over to Joanne. She knows much more about that than I do, about presenting that. First of all, before I would like to take one moment with you in silence before I hand it over to Joanne. One moment with you in silence, just to meet in the heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Joanne will take over.
God night. Thank you, Ananta.
Thank you, beloved.